Morning. Well, as you can see, it snowed here again. I think last week we hit 60, and then here we are a couple days later, and it's snowing. The high for today is like 18. But the point of this is because I came up here to do my delivery, first delivery of the day, dropped it off, and then when I went to go load up the forklift, I didn't want it sliding off the back because it was on a slight hill. That's where the truck was. And so I said, you know what, instead of trying to fight with the forklift, I'll just turn the truck around. That way I'm facing downhill and the forklift won't slide anywhere. So I turned the truck around, set the brake, got out, got on the lift, and when I went to put it onto the back of the truck, well, as you can see, here's where my truck was, and there's where it is now. Because when I went to load the Moffett onto the back of the truck, my aim was a little bit off, and I bumped the back bar, not hard, just a little tap, with the forks of the Moffett, and even though the brakes were set on the truck, it starts running away on me. It comes down, it just starts sliding right on down the street. Wheels were still locked up and everything. I was like, just sitting there on the lift, just looking at it going, oh, well, that's not good, because it's downhill all the way to the bottom of the street. And then there's traffic that goes across on that cross street. But we got it all hooked up now. I had to set the brake on the lift, leave it in the middle of the street, and take off running down the street. Running, slid up, grabbed a headache rack, jumped inside, and the whole time I'm doing this, I'm thinking, okay, well, once I get in there, what in the world am I gonna do? Because the brakes are already set. I can't hit the brakes because it's not gonna do any good. Well, I did notice as I was running up back into the truck that the back axle was locked, but the front tires and the front axle, there's two axles on the back of it, they were rotating. I thought, well, maybe I can use the brakes and the force of all tires stopping will stop it. So I jump up in here, truck's still sliding down the road, Moffett's sitting in the back in the middle of the street. I'm hoping nobody's driving on down the road. Jump up into the truck, and I hit the brakes and it kind of slowed down, but then I said, you know what, it'll stop easier on the grass. So I juked over real quick, got over the curb, and parked it in the grass. So I was able to stop the truck and then load the lift on without the truck running away on me. So today should be a pretty interesting day. We'll see, because there's been wrecks all over the place. I've seen cars sliding around. It's not a real wet snow. It's like that real fine powder, dry, airy snow. But once that stuff gets packed down, it might as well be ice. And so yeah, we'll see what today holds. Well, it's the end of the day now. It never really got any worse. Roads cleared up, all the salt trucks and plows and all, along with the sun being on them, dried up the roads, got most of the snow and ice off of it. Only other thing that I saw was weird, back there a little ways, I was behind somebody. They were doing 50 and a 60. I thought, why is this person going so slow? So I could finally get around to pass them, and I realized as I looked down, this person's driving 50 miles an hour down the road with their front bumper hanging down and a flat front tire. The only other thing down this road was a church, or wait, no, it wasn't a church, it was a landscaping company. Where in the world are they going? At that point, they had already passed an auto shop. There's a little there's a building with a shop in it. Big sign in the front. I'm just wondering, where in the world is this person going? There's nothing else down here. It's just exits for other highways, so I don't know. Why wouldn't you just stop and swap out tires? Doesn't make any sense to me. But I'm gonna get on home. I just got my last run done. I gotta go pick up a chainsaw. So y'all be good.